Are you thinking of buying a home in Western Washington and you've heard conflicting advice about home buying and wondered what's true? Today, we're breaking down the myths and giving you the real deal. People often come to us wanting to buy but are hesitant because they don't have 20% down, or they heard they need to wait till interest rates go down, or they're told realtors aren't actually necessary. There's so much misinformation out there, and it can be overwhelming if you're trying to make sense of it all.
If this is your first time to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell icon for notification. We're here to guide you through every step of buying, selling, and living in Western Washington. From expert advice to practical tips, we've got everything you need to make an informed decision. So, join our community today and start your journey with confidence. I'm William.
And I'm Brandy, and we are the WB Nobles real estate team. We love what we do, whether it's exploring the stunning neighborhoods of Western Washington or helping you find that perfect place to call home. Whether your move is just around the corner or still on the horizon, we're here to guide you every step of the way. All our contact details are right below, so don't hesitate to reach out. Today, we're tackling one of our favorite topics, debunking common home buying myths.
That's right, whether you're a first-time home buyer or a seasoned homeowner, we're breaking down the myths, giving you the real deal so you can be more confident as you navigate the home buying process.
Myth 1. Let's start with one of the biggest myths out there. You need 20% down payment to buy a home. We hear this all the time, but it's simply not true.
Yeah, there are a lot of mortgage options that require much less than 20%. In fact, many first-time homebuyer programs offer down payments as low as 3% or even 0% for VA loans. We just talked to one of our favorite local lenders about this topic today. Jason was telling us about a program called Covenant Home Ownership Programs, created specifically to provide those who qualify with down payment assistance. There are multiple programs out there to assist with getting folks into home ownership.
Not only that, but putting less than 20% down doesn't automatically mean you're making a bad financial decision. For many buyers, especially in high demand areas like Western Washington, waiting to save for a larger down payment could mean missing out on the perfect home or facing higher interest rates.
Exactly. And let's not forget, the longer you wait to invest, the less equity you'll build in the long run. Homeownership is one of the most effective ways to build wealth over time. And delaying that can cost you opportunity to grow your investment.
So rather than hesitating because you think you don't have enough funds saved up, it's crucial to discuss your situation with a lender or mortgage broker. We have a few folks we've vetted and trust, and we're happy to connect you with the right resources for your unique financial situation.
Myth 2. Next up is the myth that you should wait for home prices to drop before buying. This is one we've been hearing a lot lately, especially with the way the market's been behaving.
Absolutely. And while it's true that markets have cycles, trying to time the market can be risky. You might wait for prices to drop, but end up facing, again, higher interest rates, which could actually make your monthly payments higher.
And let's not forget, no one can predict the market perfectly. So rather than waiting for a price drop that may never come, focus on finding a home that fits your budget and meets your needs today. While a home purchase is a big commitment, you are not stuck. If what's in your budget now isn't quite what you dream of, it still gets you closer. Build the equity, set the goals, keep an eye on the market, and continue to work toward the home that truly fulfills all your dreams.
Another common myth is that you should wait for interest rates to drop before buying. The reality is that no one knows when or if rates will drop significantly.
Exactly. Waiting for lower rates could mean missing out on a home that suits your needs. And remember, you can always refinance later if rates do come down.
Plus, interest rates are just one part of the equation. A good lender and agent can help you find the best possible deal no matter the rates. We mentioned rates in our home buying tips video and dove deeper in our interview with Larry the lender. Remember, the advertised interest rate does not reflect what your actual interest rate will be when it comes down to your lending approval. The rate depends on each person's situation. There are many factors lending institutions take into consideration when determining the interest rate. There are ways to reduce the rate, such as buying down your rate. Again, discuss your situation with a lender to get a good picture of what you are working with and what kind of options there are for you.
Let's address another misconception. You need a debt to income ratio or DTI of 36% or less to qualify for a mortgage. While 36% is a common guideline one finds when doing a Google search, it's not a hard rule, and running a search will result in various sources suggesting varying percentages.
That's right. Many lenders are flexible, and we've been advised that lenders can go up to as high as 55 or even 60%. All lenders are going to determine the DTI based on the loan program that will be used to suit your specific scenario.
Facts. So don't let a higher DTI hold you back from exploring your options. Talk to a lender and get the full picture of what your DTI represents and what you can afford. When calculating DTI, we don't always know exactly what is counted and where we are until we have the assistance of a lender or a mortgage broker.
Myth number 5, a home inspection isn't necessary. This one can be dangerous. Skipping the inspection might save you time and money up front, but it could cost you big time down the road. We've seen situations where major issues were uncovered during inspections. Things like roof damage, electrical problems, or foundation cracks that would have cost thousands to fix if left unnoticed.
Big items like these found during inspections give us negotiating power. It is possible for sellers to agree to make repairs at their cost before closing, or we can negotiate a lower purchase price to cover the repairs that you as a buyer will take on sooner than later. And sometimes it means being ready to walk away from a deal to ensure you are not dealing with a headache later. We have witnessed multiple offer situations where buyers decided to waive the inspection to make their offer stronger, only to find out down the road there were major repairs that could not be ignored, and $30,000 or more had to be put into the home shortly after purchase.
Not something we ever recommend. An inspection is a small investment to avoid much bigger surprises later on. And when there aren't any major issues found, you are starting off your ownership fully informed of the small things that you may want to address eventually, or specific areas that will need to be maintained over time. We work with a couple inspectors that are great at educating you about your purchase. Myth number 6. You don't need a real estate agent in the digital age. With so many real estate apps and websites out there, some people think they don't need an agent. We've also heard people convincing others, oh, you can totally DIY buying or selling a home. Here's the reality. Having a trusted agent can make a huge difference in your experience.
An experienced agent does so much more than just show and find homes for you. Let's break down why having a real estate agent is invaluable during your home buying journey. Access to off-market listings. Agents often have access to off-market and coming soon listings that aren't advertised online. This can give you an edge in competitive markets where inventory is limited.
Negotiation skills. Buying a home is often the largest financial transaction you'll ever make, and negotiation is key to getting the best deal. Agents are skilled negotiators who know how to advocate for your best interests, whether it's negotiating the price, repairs, or closing terms. Maybe you are someone who has experience in this area and feel confident doing this part. That's great. I am all for empowering each other to be our best selves and highlight our individual skills. I know many folks who are not interested in this part of the process in the least, and that is perfectly okay too.
Managing the documentation. The amount of paperwork involved in a real estate transaction can be overwhelming and hard to interpret. A real estate agent manages all the contracts, disclosures, and legal documents, ensuring nothing is missed. One small oversight can delay your closing, jeopardize the sale, or put you in an undesirable situation after the deal is closed.
Beyond finding homes, we have networks of trusted professionals from lenders and home inspectors to contractors. We can recommend people we've worked with before so you're not left guessing who you can trust.
Handling inspection and repairs. Once the inspection is complete, there's often a need to negotiate repairs. An agent helps you understand what's reasonable to ask for, and they'll ensure that negotiations are handled professionally and promptly.
Saving time. Let's face it, house hunting takes time, and not every listing you see online is worth your attention. A good agent like us will narrow down the choices, do additional research to seek out any red flags, and filter out properties that just don't meet your needs so that you can focus on the homes that are a great fit. William and I also go the extra mile to schedule and coordinate any inspections and research any special circumstances.
Objective guidance. It's easy to get emotionally attached to a house, but a good agent brings an objective eye to the process. We're here to point out red flags and help you make a rational decision, even when emotions run high.
Ongoing support after closing. Our job does not end when you get the keys. We're available for advice and support after closing, whether it's connecting you to contractors or helping you navigate home ownership challenges.
So, having an agent isn't just about opening doors. It's about having a trusted advisor by your side every step of the way, making the process smoother and less stressful.
And getting back to our list of myths, lastly, myth number 7. Let's talk about the myth that buying the biggest or most expensive home in the neighborhood is always a smart investment.
It's tempting to think that the nicest house on the block will appreciate the most, but that's not always the case. In fact, homes that are closer to the average price of the neighborhood often see better appreciation over time.
Plus, if you ever need to sell, a more moderately priced home tends to have a larger pool of potential buyers, which makes the overall process easier.
So, there you have it. Some of the most common myths about home buying. Debunked. Hopefully this clears up some of the misinformation out there.
Buying a home is a big step. We're committed to being your partners throughout the entire journey. We want you to feel confident and supported every step of the way.
So if you're thinking about buying a home in the Puget Sound area or have any questions, schedule a chat, shoot us a text, or give us a call.
Thank you for joining us today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an update. And if you have any questions or topics you would like us to cover in future videos, drop a comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, explore, dream, and discover the best places to call home.